Hi friends, happy Friday. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this September 10th. Whoa, so crazy that tomorrow is September 11th, 20 years. Just nuts. And we don't have a show tomorrow, so I thought I would acknowledge that right now. A lot to talk about today on the show. A lot to talk about. It's been a bizarro week, starting it in the emergency room and just a lot of ups and downs. And I think as a what is it called? That I heard this the other day, this term from Patty Stanger, I think that's her name, the matchmaker. People who ghost or the people who disappear. But a lot of submarines popping back up. So that's when you ghost, you go down and then you come back up and all of a sudden you reappear. Not even necessarily in my life, but in my girlfriends' lives. Just a lot of people ghosting and submarining and just a ton. Football season's back in motion. Fuck yeah to that. So we're making moves. We're going into the fall season and shit's going down. The internet had a great victory moment today, sending so much love. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a John Mulaney, Olivia Munn thing. Don't you worry, I'll fill you guys in. Howard Stern ripped into anti-vaxxers, and I'm not mad at it, but I am curious what you guys think about some of the things he said. Today is World Suicide Prevention Day, especially after the last 18 months, honestly bordering on 2 years that we've had. It's unbelievably vital and pivotal that we talk about this and that we bring awareness, not to the day, but to the subject matter and our friends and our loved ones and ourselves who are in, for lack of better words, do or die moments that feel like they are on the edge, and wanted to talk about that. And then there's this thing going on in Big Brother that if you don't watch the show, that's okay. It really has nothing to do with the show, but a concept that's happening that I'm just I'm so grossed out, I guess shocked is the wrong word, but disgusted with the internet about, that I really wanted to pick your guys' brains about this. Plus, I binged. I'm 3.5 episodes into The Circle right now. They had dropped 4. I'm almost through. And I'm almost caught up on Mythic Quest, and I'm loving those. So wanted to do a brief dissection of those and any questions, comments, concerns you guys have going into this weekend. In terms of things on my end, send in those streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. In terms of things on my end, today I'm doing this show. I did only Stupid Answers this morning. Thanks to everybody who shows up over there. Danny M, Glenn Caesar, Leonard Kim. You guys are the shit. Thank you for following or for finding me from there or following me over to there. And then I did that today, doing this. Then tomorrow, because last Monday we were supposed to film our World Girls IRL, the Dominoes episode that we already announced to you guys. Because we couldn't film it Monday because I was in the emergency room with Papa, we are filming that tomorrow. So we're excited about that we're going to be doing that. It's so weird that we're going to be doing it on September 11th. Not that we picked it on purpose or anything. It's just I can't believe we're 20 years past that. It's just fucking wild. Feels like yesterday in a lot of ways. But also it feels like an entire lifetime ago. And then on Sunday, I will be back here live at the Roxy. And then Sunday night, we'll be doing a World Girl Sunday where we're talking about the VMAs and our favorite music videos in general. Truth be told, I don't know many music videos. The only ones I really know are Britney Spears. By the way, if you didn't check out my Instagram story, I posted a Britney thing. Britney is just the badass showing her butt, and people are all pissed about it on the internet, and they can go flying fuck themselves. Britney, free Britney forever. So anyway, Sunday we're going to be doing the VMAs and music videos in general. And then Monday, next week, pretty typical week. I got some Schmodown things. I've got Live at the Roxy every day. I've got World Girl Wednesdays and Sundays. I've got Only Stupid Answers Fridays. I've got SEN on Tuesday. And that is where you can find me. Just a full-blown plug that was. It's good to plug yourself. But sometimes you're not getting plugged, so you got to plug yourself. Let's start in the Streamlabs, see what's going on in here this afternoon, and then shout out to all, and to all a good shout out. Isn't that nothing to all, and to all a good night? Good night to all. Is that a Christian thing? I feel like that's a Christmas thing. I really, really don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Does anybody know? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? No? Bueller? Bueller? Okay, well, I might have made something up just now. Sometimes I say, is that a Christian thing? And you guys are like, what? And then you guys pretend like it's not, but then it ends up being it because some people don't even know what a Christian thing is anymore because it's so integrated in our world now, and there is barely any separation between church and state. So that. Okay, let's go into Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Just went off on a weird tangent. Let me have it. Going into the Streamlabs, the first one coming in today is coming in from our very own, the Zenith of Glenn, Zen Glenn Caesar, who says, hello and happy Friday, Roxy. Great job on Only Stupid Answers. How are you? I'm doing mediocre. Excited that it's Friday. After this, I'm going to work out, and then I think I'm going to have a glass of wine later on after some work, something like that. Thanks for choosing to hang out with us today. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you, Sky, Jet, your dad, Grammy, and Papo. Be most excellent to yourselves and each other, Roxy, or RJ and Rockstars. You deserve it. I hope you each break apart and remove all blockages and constipation, physical or energetic, by continuing to breathe in and out fully, deeply, and mean. I love myself. I forgive myself. I accept myself. I fully embrace myself. Hope you find balance and be yourself. Roxy and Rockstars who show up to give their support whenever, however they can. Thank you for being a friendly support pillar of strength for people around you, everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. Absolutely, especially on suicide, World Suicide Prevention Day. Prevention Day or Awareness Day? Prevention Day. Key. Pillar of strength for people around you, everyone who's battling, keep fighting. You're a winner. Every win for you is a win for all. I hope you find and do what brings you joy today in each of your days, your weeks, months, and even your years, so that you laugh out loud like a child, glow in your flow, and radiate because you're a priceless necessity, inspiration of hope. You're fully unique. You're kind. You're caring. Being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, makes you humane, worthy, and a bright, shiny star. Your story is important and deserves to be seen and heard. Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate you. You're freaking awesome. And all of your comments. Oh, did you tell me to breathe and I didn't? Did you tell me to breathe? Oh, yeah. By continuing to breathe in and out. Sometimes I read right over it and I forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. That's the important part. He says, no breathing today. It's cool. Oh, I remembered. Sometimes it takes an extra second. In the super chat. Nope, just in the chat. Just shout out to everybody in the chat. The View with Drew says, hey, what's up? Manny Gonzalez, Glenn Caesar, Jimmy Nails, Haskell 420, John Perillo, John Get Bent, Murderanta, Christian Hardesty. It's your parents' anniversary. Happy anniversary. Ken Ulozas. Keep scrolling. Mohammed Belsin. Keep scrolling. Jacques, keep scrolling. Aaron J, keep scrolling. Cena Bigelow, Bobby Jackson, keep scrolling. Emmanuel Akinola, keep scrolling. ZB, Loudy Ferdinand, Stormy Woods, and everybody else who's joining us live. I appreciate you all. Happy Friday. What are your guys' weekend plans? I would love to know. Let me know. Ryan Payne says, in honor of VMAs, check out Panic at the Disco's video trilogy for their songs Pray for Wicked, This is Gospel, and Emperor's New Crown. Oh, I'm going to sneeze, guys. Whoa. Sometimes when you sneeze, it really feels like like a force came out of you. May the force be with you always. Achoo! Gosh, that was overwhelming, overpowering. You're lucky. I was going to say, you're lucky I muted it for you guys. No, you're lucky. Okay. I like Panic at the Disco a lot. I saw them in concert before, and they're great. They're really good live. I feel like Panic is a very underrated band. But I've never seen the music videos. Dee and Steph both used to watch music videos on repeat growing up, but I never watched anything. I don't know why. Streamlabs in, guys. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer as we talk about some of these things. So the internet won today. If you didn't see, trending is sending so much love and so much is capitalized. Leave it to the internet to find something like this. I was so excited when I was like, what could this possibly be? It is the number one, or at least for me, is the number one trending thing right now. The top trending thing. People are sharing their manifestations after a tweet by Olivia Munn from 2020, sending love and support to John Mulaney resurfaced. So here's what happened. Olivia Munn tweeted at John Mulaney on December 21st of 2020. Now, keep in mind, according to John Mulaney, they didn't start getting together until the spring of that year, but who the F knows? But this is what she tweeted out. She said, sending capital so much, now more capital, love and support to John Mulaney. You got this. This is after he was out of rehab and all of that. So she just said, sending so much, you got this. And then a heart and a lightning bolt. Though for some reason that resurfaced because all the John Mulaney and Olivia Munn stuff that I've been obsessed with that you guys, I've been forced to listen to because of me. And so people are just saying, I think they're manifesting, sending so much love to people that they end up wanting to like hook up with or see, because that's what ended up happening here. So Nancy Coleman says, sending so much love and support to a sunny, rent-stabilized apartment with in-unit laundry that allows dogs. You got this. Manifesting that. Giabucci's rooms, sending so much love and support to Frank Ocean. You got this. Janad Jefferson says, sending so much love and support to canceled student loans, a curl pattern that consistently responds to the products used in a positive way, and a rent-stabilized apartment with in-unit laundry and central air. You got this. Kat Tenbarge says, sending so much love and support to literally any single lesbian in the New York City metropolitan area. You got this. Come on. This is not the funniest thing of the day. This is fucking good. Every one of these was cracking me up. This is from Brody Gupta, sending so much love and support to a new printer that works or a friend nearby with a printer that works. You got this. Are you guys not thinking this is as fucking funny as I am? Manifest that shit. Send so much love. You got this. Everybody in the chat, by way of sending so much love, send so much love to something right now. Manifest that shit. Okay, I'm sending so much love to an Emmy, my show getting made, the movie I was just in, kicking ass, finding a really sexy lover / life partner, good health for Grammy and Papa and my whole family. You got this. Chucky says, sending so much love and support to all you jerks out there. You're the worst. The Give Smart guy says, sending so much love and support to the lady who plays the owner on Ted Lasso. You got this. Matt says, sending so much love and support to the cute guy in my neighborhood who I see sometimes when I take walks. He has a small black dog and smiled at me last Monday. You got this. All right, what are you guys sending love to? Ace Money says, I'm sending so much love to me making it out to get tacos after work. I'm manifesting that shit. I've got this. Yup. Cena Bigelow says, sending so much love to my bank account right now. You got this. Yeah. Haskell says, you guys say so much love, Haskell. So much love to my bank account and me hitting lotto so I can have it deposited into it. You got this. Jimmy Nail says, sending so much love and support to a stable restaurant job that doesn't kill me physically. You got this. Yup. All of these are so good. ZB says, sending so much love to anyone with a crack in your windshield and no time to have it fixed. You got this. Christian Artisty, sending so much love to my love life actually existing for once. You got this. This is my Oprah moment. You get a car and you get a car. You got this. You got this. You got this. Bobby Jackson, sending so much love to the California State Lottery and your white balls. You got this. Haskell 420, sending so much love and support to my crotch because it's lonely. LOL, sniffle. You got this. I don't know why I like this so much. I can't help it. It's just so good. The internet makes shit up sometimes, and you're like, thank you. Thank you for this breath of fresh air. You got this. You fucking got this. All right. Another one coming through. Ryan Saldana sending so much love and support to the check engine light. You got this. Haskell 420 says, I feel so happy right now. That's how I feel. You got this. You got this. Del Common sending so much love to those who's hitting those waves of existential crisis. You got this. Stare into the abyss with a smile. You got this. Zena Bigelow sending so much love and support to Honey Walnut Shrimp that will be in my DoorDash order later. You got this. Yup. Yup. I'm so with you. Oh, Pink Sweets, you and me both. Sending so much love to Dev Patel. You got this. Manifest Dev Patel. Manifest Dev Patel. Manifest Dev Patel. Sending so much love to Simu Liu. You've got this. Come on. Jimmy Nails, oh my God, I need that laugh. Love y'all. Haskell says, sending so much love to giving this a whirl. You got this. So anyway, that has no relevance to anything other than I saw that and was like, I got to tell my people that they've got this. I've got to tell them. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Pink Sweets says, oh, hi. Tomorrow's my birthday. Yes, Pink Sweets, you got this. Go Virgos. I am chilling with friends in Duluth. Oh, Duluth at a friend's cabin. Where's Duluth again? Hope some spooky things happen. Took 7 days off work. Vibing. Whoa, Pink Sweets. That's the fucking shit. Have you already shared what you were doing on 9/11? In 2001. I was celebrating my birthday, obviously. Bye. Wow. I was in elementary school, and it was early there, and I think they ended school a little earlier, I believe. And I was walking on. We didn't know what was going on. I was walking on these like stones, and I was supposed to have a play date with this girl Becca, and her mom was stuck in France because all the flights were grounded, and they canceled the play date, and they dropped me off at home. I remember that. But that's kind of all I remember. But yeah, I remember where I was. Isn't it crazy to remember things like this? Oof, freaking crazy. Going back into the Streamlabs, and happy early birthday, Pink Sweets. You got this. In the Streamlabs, nope. I just said going back into the Streamlabs, but we're not going back into the Streamlabs because there was nothing going on in there. I thought I got a notification. It lied to me. It's a big, fat, lying notification. You've got this. Okay. Sending so much love to a ton of Streamlabs and super chats so that I don't have to worry about the fact that I took off the 2.5 weeks for the movie and the 2 days for Grammy and Papo, and that I'm going to be fine paying my rent this month. You got this. Let's see if it worked. We're testing the theory. We're testing it real soon. Okay. Other things that I wanted to talk about other than that bizarro rant that I just went on, which is what it is that there is Howard Stern ripped into anti-vaxxers. Did you guys see this? I was not surprised that he was not stoked about people. Like, he's a real believer in science, and he definitely is somebody who is on the cutting edge of things and like always believes in what doctors say and whatever. But it was really interesting to hear what he had to say, just no holds bar, as he doesn't usually do. But this is what he had to say. Oh, you guys are saying there's a super chat. Oh, sorry, I missed this one. Andrew Thomas said, hey, Sexy Roxy, I can't believe that it's 20 years when 9/11 happened. I was in middle school when it happened. Yeah, it is nuts that it's been 20 years. It is really, really wild. It's really, really freaking wild. Just incredibly it again feels like yesterday and also feels like so long from now. We can talk about that a little more later as well, or whenever you guys want. But Howard Stern was leaning into anti-vaxxers. If you're in here right now, the chances are that you're vaccinated. You guys know I'm vaccinated. I'm a big, big fan of vaccinations. I believe in science. I believe in their ability to save lives and protect people who need to be protected. And if you guys are here, very likely you are vaccinated by a show of bunnies. Send bunnies if you're vaxxed, because shout out to us who fucking care about other people. Howard Stern, though, is saying something very similar to kind of what I was saying at the beginning, and I've tried to take a step back because I go back and forth between whether we try to shame the anti-vaxxers or whether we try to just convince them otherwise, or whether we treat them with, I don't know how to treat anti-vaxxers. And so this is what Howard Stern had to say about people who are refusing to take vaccinations. He said, fuck them. Fuck their freedom. I want my freedom to live. I want to get out of the house. I want to go next door and play chess. I want to go take some pictures. This is bullshit. As I remember, or this is BS. As I remember, when I went to school, you had to get a measles vaccine. You had to get a mumps vaccine. Go fuck yourself. You had the cure. You wouldn't take it. And he was saying that he thinks that anti-vaxxers should be refused treatment if they become infected with COVID-19 because they didn't get vaccinated. What an interesting dilemma that would be. A lot of times right now, the people who are getting treated with COVID are people who are anti-vaxxers because they're the ones who are not vaccinated. I wonder what it would be like if they were refused treatment. Obviously, that's illegal and it's against doctors' oaths to help people who need help, no matter what's happening, no matter what their beliefs are. As a doctor, you're supposed to help those who are in need of help. And so obviously that can't be done, but it's interesting that that's where he's at right now. And I get it. I feel so conflicted. Half the time I'm like, we need to treat people with kindness because otherwise, how are we ever going to get them to see that they should take the vaccination? And other times I'm like, they can go fuck themselves. They're the ones who are keeping us fucking locked up in these fucking houses because they won't go get fucking vaccinated. And it's fucking frustrating. So that's the discourse going on for me right now. What do you guys think about this? Do you agree with Howard Stern that if you refuse to get vaccinated, you should be refused treatment if you get sick? Joseph says, I don't think a doctor's allowed to do that. Like, yeah, that's like what I was just saying. But what do you guys think? Morally, what do you think should happen? Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, by the way, it's an odd plug, but the first episode of Glenergy is tomorrow night. Yes. In honor of 9/11 and suicide prevention, I'm going to talk about love, relationships, the energies of love and light, and also do a meditation to help raise the energies in people's spirits. That's amazing, Glenn. I'm so excited for you. Everybody tune in and be one with the Zenness. Be one with the Zenness of our Glennest of Zen, Glenn Zen Caesar. Tomorrow night. Damn, starting on 9/11. Wild. Okay, Jimmy Nail says he absolutely agrees. Wow. Ryan Payne says there's a Hippocratic oath the doctors are sworn to, but at the same time, they're patients who refuse any medical treatment because of their religious beliefs. Yeah. Rich says their premium should go up. I definitely feel you on that, as some companies are doing right now. Like, who was it? Delta, who announced that they were doing that to their employees who aren't vaccinated. Yeah. Cena Bigelow says Hippocratic oath. They can only say, I told you so many times. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting, though. And Howard Stern was just like, fuck this. I don't blame him. It's really frustrating for those of us who are able-bodied and are able to get the vaccination and our doctors are telling us to get the vaccination who are deciding not to. It's so hard not to just like yell at people and be so mad. I have 2 friends who have not gotten vaccinated at this point, and it's like, or that I know of, and it's just like, are you my friend? Can I talk to you about how fucking ignorant and upsetting it is that you're not doing this when there are people who need you to be doing this, like Grammy and Papo and the people who are getting sick? It's just really hard. It's really hard to know how to verbalize it, but still treat people with kindness and respect. But when you so wholeheartedly disagree with what they're doing, Manny says, I definitely think that unvaccinated should be penalized to prevent us from being better right now. Simply Emily says, I wish they could, and vax made their choice. Medical staff are overworked, and people who actually need help are being overlooked. I know when I was just at the hospital this week, the waiting room for the emergency room was 4 hours. People are so vaccinated, and it's just, yeah, yikes. It's a yikes situation. Yeah. Anyway, send in streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Sending so much love. You got this. John the Stream and the Streamlab says, I don't know what's going on right now, but there's always support from the family. Oh, what, John, with the you've got this? You got this. Sending so much love to John the Stream. You got this. It's just a thing that the internet was doing because they're wild. Delacommon in the house. Delacommon, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, I go in between Howard's hardline stance and trying the empathetic route. And me too. As is always brought up in therapy, that are just people that don't have the tools in their toolbox when it comes to some matters. So I'm split on how to take anti-vaxxers. Totally. Like, I acknowledge the fact that I was very privileged growing up. I have a great education and I have a family, and the majority of my friends around me who believe in science and don't believe that there are chips going into our body, because what the fuck is that, and whatever it is. So it's interesting that when I try to be empathetic, because I'm like, not everybody had what I had, which is education and a family who was science-based. Roxy's manifest destiny in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Oh boy, let's see what this is. 9/11 happened when I was in college for my first semester. I was coming back from morning class and someone ran down the hall yelling, they hit the Trade Center. My roommate had it on the TV and just looked at me in disbelief, and we didn't speak. Yeah. That's my manifest destiny? How are you going to manifest destiny and then write that? How? Yikes. A big old yikes. I think something's wrong with Streamlabs today. Every time I refresh it, like, it's taking me out of, I don't know even how to verbalize what I'm saying. So it's back. It's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a little friend. All right. A couple other things I want to make sure we talk about. The dialogue around Big Brother this season is whack. So if you don't watch Big Brother, doesn't matter at all. The point is that we're on the 23rd season, and every other season, Black people go home first. White people end up winning. There's been, prior to the season, there's only ever been a maximum of 2 Black people on the show at one time, or 3 Black people on the show at one time. And usually, and earlier, it was only 1 Black person on the show at one time. CBS made a rule this year that 50% of the people on their shows have to be people of color. And so for this year, the show had 6 Black people on it. There was an Asian guy, a couple Latinx people, I think, but there were 6 Black people. So there's by far and away the most Black people that have ever been on Big Brother. They started an alliance together this year. The alliance is called The Cookout. It's my favorite alliance that's ever existed, because these people do not particularly like each other all the time. They're frustrated with each other. They're always disagreeing, but they made an alliance and they said, we are going to make it to the end together, and we are going to guarantee that a Black person wins the show this year by sticking together and never voting each other out, because this is bigger than any one of us. And so they have done exactly that. We are now down to the final 6, and it is 6 Black people, and it is The Cookout. It's the best alliance to ever take place. They have slowly but surely picked off every other person, and there's been so much heartache because they've been friends with other people, but they're doing it for something bigger than themselves. And I love the alliance. If you guys watch, I want Chada to win, but I love the alliance, and they're great. I thought that most people felt the way that I felt, but I was very mistaken when I took to Twitter to find out how people were feeling about Big Brother this season. And people on Twitter have deemed this to be the most racist season of Big Brother yet, because they are saying that the Cookout are kicking people off based on their race, and that is racist. It is mind-blowing to me that people could deem this to be the most racist season yet, when in every other season, the alliances are all white people kicking off people of color, but just not verbalizing that. But that's what's happened for 22 years. For 22 years, white people have all aligned with each other, and they've all kicked off the people of color. And because they haven't acknowledged that that's what's happening, that's not racist. But when the 6 black people were finally, there's 6 black people on the show band together to make sure that not just a person of color, but a black person wins the show this year, because it's the first time that there's ever been, it wasn't even a majority of black people on the show, because I think there's 16 people on the show or something, but because it's not a majority, it was still a majority of white people, I think, but because it was not just 1, 2, or 3 black people that they were able to actually do it. I'm so blown away by the ignorance of Twitter. It's fucking absurd and disgusting. And now the drama this season has been amazing because they've all had to say goodbye to some of their closest friends. And now it's down to the 6 of them. And now it's like, how the fuck they're going to battle this the fuck out. And it's going to be wild. I just don't understand people. I don't understand it. And this is the conversation I had with somebody on Twitter today, where I'm just like, how do you think you're in the right when this is how you speak? So I tweeted out, the way I found out that people don't like the cookout is by tweeting about how much I like the cookout, because they're the best alliance ever. There's something for everybody there. Like, Chada's my favorite because she's a young woman who is just so fucking good at the game, knows how to play it, but also seems like she has a really good heart. But there's also like a mom. There's the son of a fighter. There's somebody who's queer. There's like just a lot of different kinds of people in the cookout, and they don't always get along. So it's a really, really fun season. But anyway, this is the conversation that I had on Twitter with somebody. So I tweeted out, one of the girls that they had to send home was this white blonde girl who, when she was sent home by her best friend, she was like, why am I being sent home? The best friend kind of opened up to her and said, I'm not going to send, I know you're my best friend in this game. I know we have an alliance, but I'm not going to send somebody black home. I have to send you home. And the white girl, Claire, understood. And she said, I understand. And I know a lot of people wouldn't, but I understand. And she was crying. And it was such an incredible moment. It was so sad and heartbreaking, and one of the best moments in Big Brother history. So I tweeted out about it, just about that moment and how beautiful it was. And then the dumbest fucking reply, just so fucking dumb. Let's see if I can find this right now. Oh my God, did you guys just hear me burp? I never burp. It was kind of like a swallow burp. Anyway, somebody replied and said, every season there was a couple blacks, a couple other races thrown in there, and the rest were white. They should have just reversed the formula of picking contestants. I don't even know what you're saying, but this is what I responded. Tell me you're racially ignorant without telling me you're racially ignorant. There was a couple blacks. There was a couple of black people. Like, are people not living in 2021? There was a couple blacks. What is fucking wrong with you guys? What? Like, people. There was a couple whites. People. Like, how am I supposed to have a conversation with people? ZB says big, it's gonna big. Totally. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So to me, this is the best season of Big Brother yet. And yet people are not fucking happy with it. And it's so frustrating that this is the discourse around the show right now, when this is what's been done every other year. Like, remember last year, in previous years, we heard people say the N-word. How are you going to say, white people say it? How are you going to sit here and tell me that this is the most racist season yet? What the fuck are you guys talking about? to kick people off because they're not Black is not Black people being racist. They're in an alliance together, and they're not kicking people off because they hate them. They're kicking them off because for 22 seasons, white people have won this show because people of color never get to the end and are always kicked off first because they're targeted for their color of their skin for reasons of hate. It's so bizarre. It's so fucking bizarre that people hate this season. It just makes me fucking can't stand the national TV audience all the time. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's see what's going on in here. Hitman Hudson says, speaking of anti-vaxxers, can we talk for a minute about one of the original anti-vaxxers, Jenny McCarthy? I know. I don't think there's been anyone besides Donald Trump who's done more harm to America than McCarthy by peddling the vicious lie. Yeah, I didn't even know she was an anti-vaxxer until my brother told me recently. I had no idea. By peddling the vicious lie that vaccines cause autism and being its leading celebrity ambassador. McCarthy laid the groundwork for all the anti-vax bullshit that we're seeing today. This wicked and precious woman, this wicked and pernicious, I don't know what that word is, woman deserves to be in jail. It's so wild because like on TV and stuff, I love Jenny McCarthy's persona and I didn't know this about her, but holy shit. I mean, that's crazy that she's done that. That's crazy. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlab says, yeah, Roxy, it's crazy. Twitter thinking that this is the most racist season yet is stupid as shit. As Pink Sweets would say, a whole lot of people voicing that sentiment on Twitter need to move around, touch the grass. Is that what Pink Sweets says? Laugh my ass off. Shout out to Pink Sweets. Love Pink Sweets. Leonard came in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, happy Friday, Dimple Ticks. I said ticks. Dimple Tits, Roxy, sending so much love to your mediocre day. You've got this, rightly or wrongly. I'm over-feeling sympathy for the unvaxxed, those that aren't restrained from getting the vaccines due to health issues. Totally. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. But even most pregnant women now, doctors are recommending that they get vaxxed too. Hitman Hudson in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/ oh no. I just read that one. See, every time I refresh, it like deletes some comments in the Streamlabs and goes back and I don't know. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs says, well, I wanted some chaos last night. Alyssa winning HOH. I'm glad the cookout made its final 6. Now I'm ready to watch things get heated. Hannah or X for the win. Yeah, I like Chada the most. I think X is great, but I didn't love his conversation around what Tiffany was doing because I feel like he thinks he thought of all this and like Tiffany was the organizer of all this stuff and he's really coming down on our girl. But I do like X a lot. And also X is so hot. I know that's not why somebody should win, but guys, he's just really, really hot. That's the truth. Xavier, if you guys want to look him up, Xavier, big brother. Woo! Yeah, he's cute though. Can't help it. All right. Couple other things before we get out of here. Send in Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Just quick recommendations. I'm really into The Circle this season. They made a twist that I thought was so fucked up, but fun to watch. Mythic Quest. I'm obsessed with this show. I'm almost caught up. Thank you guys for pushing me to watch this. I know I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but God, I watched even more. And this is like Community meets 30 Rock meets Nerd. It's so good. So good. Please watch if you have Apple TV. Not because I have any say, not because I need you guys' support over there, just because I want you guys to smile the way that I'm smiling when I watch it. It's so freaking fun. Loving this show. Not fun. Transitioning to the thing that we talk about on the show all the time, helping one another and supporting one another. So today is World Suicide Prevention Day. And if you are in here, it probably means that sometimes you feel a little bit lonely. It probably means that sometimes you've struggled with either anxiety or depression or have family members or friends that have struggled with those things. But usually those of us who find each other on the internet, who find communities like this, the rock stars, the world friends, need to find their people, are people who are used to feeling like an outcast or used to feeling alone, have not found their people in real life or have found them, but are looking for outside sources. And oftentimes it's the us's of the world. It's those of us who have felt unseen, ignored, left out, whatever it is, that that depression and anxiety and thoughts of suicide, that we can suffer with this. And so if you're in here and you're somebody who is concerned about the thoughts going on in your own head right now, or if you are in here right now and you know somebody else who's in here or not in here who is concerned about these things, then remember that there are resources for people. There's the suicide hotline, and that does great work. There's the Trevor Project that does great work. There's finding communities like this community and talking to your friends and your family and opening up to people. And after this year, I think for me, the most important thing I remind myself whenever I'm having really deep, dark, fucked up, twisted thoughts, the thing that I remind myself is that none of this right now is real life in the way that it's supposed to be. Of course, I feel depressed right now. Of course, I feel fucked up. Of course, I question things. Of course, I'm wondering what the fuck my future looks like. And I can't clearly see my future because for the first time in our lifetime, we are in a quarantine. We're in a pandemic. And so, of course, that's going to come with an added layer of depression and fucked upness and thoughts in your head that are deep and dark. And so just trying to remind yourself the facts of things. And the fact being that it's not always going to be like this. That is the number one main fact. We are not always going to be in a pandemic. You are not always going to be stuck at home. You're not always going to be alone. You're not always going to be having these same thoughts and feelings. It's not going to be like this every day for the rest of your life. And that's a fact, as long as you let yourself make it there. So just shout out and so much love to all of you guys who suffer with these thoughts that I suffer with, struggle with, that a lot of you guys do as well. I know. It's tough and it's hard, and I love you, and I'm thinking of you guys in these moments. And I hope that you guys are able to and are vulnerable enough and strong enough to reach out for help when you need it, like I have been doing as well. So much love to all of you guys. And thank you, French Taunter, for putting this up, the suicide prevention hotline number. But there's a lot of different resources here included. So thank you to you guys for, I don't mean to get on my soapbox or to sit here, this isn't my TED Talk, but on Suicide Prevention Day, the number one way to prevent is to bring awareness and be talking about it so nobody feels alone during this really, really fucked up, insane-o time. And if anybody has anything to add to that, then absolutely feel free to. And thank you guys again for listening to me talk about that. We are going to be getting out of here relatively soon in the next couple of minutes. So make sure you send in any last minute streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. It's so hard for me to know where the hell we are in these things or to gauge how you guys are feeling. So I'm just going to hope that hopefully that resonated with some of you guys, the ones that it needed to. Shout out to all of you guys who are in here right now, to Brandy, to John Bainbridge, Haskell 420, Emmanuel Akinola, Ryan Payne, John Lestrina, who says we can only live our lives a quarter mile at a time. Ain't that the truth? Sina Bigelow, French Taunter, Austin Kramer, Manny Gonzalez, Glenn Caesar, Joseph Ashley, keep scrolling, Della Common, John Hain, Aaron Hall, Hitman Hudson, Ryan Payne, Doom Tribe, Anthony Villanueva, Thunder God Cairo, John McKay, Right Now and Later, Mohammed Belsin, Ace Money, and everybody else. Happy early birthday to Pink Sweets, our girl. Much love to you, my dear. And everybody else, make your bed, put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those plumes. And don't tremble the Holocaust. Brett Miles, Jonathan, the rest of the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Check the internet. You can do so by blowing on it. And so sending so much love to being wealthy, successful, having enough fame that I can make my projects, creatively fulfilled, finding love and sex and passion and longevity in those things for me and for all of you guys too. Sending just so much love. Wait, what's the last part? And you could do, what the fuck do they say? Sending so much love and what is it? Sending so much love and you got this. And you got this. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye, friends. Later. Stay safe.